Welcome to the Coach Sean channel, guys. Today we've got an amazing yoga session with Natalia. What have we got in store today, Natalia?
Thanks. So today we're going to do a 20-minute yoga session. We'll probably focus mainly on hips, hamstrings, a little bit of upper body, maybe get the blood pumping a little bit as well. So today we're going to start in what's called a child's pose. It's a really nice soft pose to begin. It opens up through the hips, but it really starts to reduce the heart rate and it encourages the central nervous system to calm down. So if you would like to take your knees about hip distance apart, mat distance apart, and then the toes coming behind you, big toes touch if we can, sitting back as far back onto the heels, and then drop the chest forward, walk the hands forward. If you can, place the forehead to the ground. Now start to breathe in and out through your nose. And try and remain close to the ground as possible, maybe pushing the forehead down towards the earth. So if you have got tight hips, you will already start to feel a little pinching sensation through the hips. That's completely normal. What we're looking for is getting the hips nice and close to the toes. We're taking full breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Now see if you can close through the eyes. And the back space, I want you to see if you can breathe into the back of the lungs. So the back of the lungs are now open while we're in child's pose, and see if you can send the breath there. So deep, long breaths in, and deep, long breaths out. Now each time you breathe out, I want you to imagine the hips going a little bit closer to the hips and the heels. And see if you can push into the hands a little bit, just to draw the body closer down to the ground. We'll be here for another 5 deep breaths. Grounding yourself and finding that calm before our yoga practice. So when you've taken your 5th and final breath, start to lift the head off the ground and roll the body forwards. So we're going to straighten out through the legs, come to lie all the way down onto your tummy, and keep the hands underneath the shoulders, release the toes down. Now keeping the forehead down towards the ground, as you breathe in, I want you to push through your hands, lift the chest slightly off the floor. So this is cobra pose. Baby cobra, nice and low, elbows tucked in. Exhale, lower. Take an inhale, push through the heel of the hands, tuck your elbows in. So you should be feeling this in your lower back. It's a nice passive stretch for the lower back. Exhale to lower. 2 more like that. Inhale. If you want to take it a little bit deeper, start to straighten out through the elbows slightly. Keep them softly bent and keeping the hips lower down. Exhale. Last one, breathing in. And exhale, well done. So I'd like you to take the forearms down to the ground now. We're going to start by taking our left knee out in line with our hip. And then take the ankle in line with the knee. So bring your foot out a little bit. Now we want what's called a frog's leg. So stick your toes out like this. Perfect. Now we're going to keep the left hand down. Take a big breath in, reach the right arm up. And then pose the right arm underneath. Bring the right ear down to the floor. Now with this left hand, you can take it over if you wish. And just feel the nice release there through the right shoulder. Take a full breath in, and then start to draw that left arm back and go through to the centre. This time, keep the left leg out. This time, we take the right arm out. Inhale, left arm goes up. Exhale, pulse the left arm through. So you're going to get a real deep twist now through the spine, through the shoulder. 5 deep breaths. Again, options with the right hand to keep it out, or you can just rest it down on the floor. One more deep breath in, and exhale. Let's gently come out. Bringing the forearms down, draw the left knee in, shake the hips off a little. And now we're going to take this onto the right side. So take your right knee in line with your right hip, ankle in line with the knee, and then flex the toes like a frog. We're going to start by taking the right hand up first. Exhale, post it through. Options with the left arm, you can take it out, or you can rest it on the ground. 5 deep breaths. One more breath in. Exhale to release back through to the center. This time, left arm goes up, and exhale, post it through. Long 5 deep breaths. One more breath in. And then exhale, bring it back through to the center nice and slowly. Take the forearms down, draw that right knee in, and shake the hips slightly. Well done. So put the hands under the shoulders. We're going to come into a tabletop just briefly. Release the toes down to the floor. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. And I want you to move how you feel your body needs to move. So you can close down through the eyes. There really isn't a right or wrong way to do this. Everybody's body is different, and we all require different things. So take the time to move slow, move fast, whatever it is that you need. We'll be here for a few breaths. If you've done something on one side, let's equal out to the other before coming back into a tabletop position. Now start to walk the hands out, about one handprint in front. We're going to tuck our toes under, take a deep breath in, and as we breathe out, start to send the hips high, heels down for our first downward facing dog. So if you notice, what I'm doing is I'm lifting one heel off the ground at a time. This is going to release the back of one leg at a time, so it does feel really nice to do this. It's called walking the dog. And then when you've ironed out all the creases, find a comfortable spot, push the heels to the ground, push the chest towards the thighs, and start to breathe in and out through your nose. So this is a really good stretch for all of the body. We're elongating through the front, the back, pushing down through the shoulder blades, separating everything. One more big breath in, and a big breath out the mouth. Now look towards the top of the mat. We're going to come on the tiptoes, and if you can, tiptoe all the way up to the top. When you get to the top, take the feet about hip distance apart, soft bend in the knees, hook the elbows onto each other, and just drop the head nice and low. Now you will need a soft bend in the knees depending on your hamstring flexibility, but if it's there, try and straighten out the legs a little bit. The head is heavy. And maybe take a little sway from side to side. It feels nice to do this. Release the hands to the floor, tuck the chin to the chest and roll the body up slowly. Sometimes you can feel a little bit dizzy when you get up, so give yourself a moment. Roll the shoulders down. Switch the head from side to side. Okay, so at the top of the mat, bring your toes to touch. The heels are going to be a little bit separate. The hands are going to come into the heart in prayer position. Let's take a full breath in, sweep the hands over the head, stretch up nice and tall. As you breathe out, start to fold the body in half, push the hips back, take the hands down to the ground. Bend the knees as much as you need to. This time as we breathe in, I want you to take the fingertips to the shin, look forwards with a nice flat back. Nice. And then as we exhale, we're going to plant the hands, step the right foot back, drop the right knee, release the right toes. Take a full breath in, sweep the hands over the head for low lunge. Now hold it here. So what I want you to try and do is push the hips forwards. So if we stay with that right angle, we don't really get too deep into the hips. So I'm sure Coach Sean realizes that was a bit harder to do it that way. But we don't want to sit comfortable, we want to progress with the body. One more deep breath in. As we exhale, plant the hands down, tuck those right toes and step the left foot to meet the right one, plank pose. Holding it there, keep the hips nice and level. Take a full breath in. As we breathe out, drop the knees down, roll the shoulders over the wrist and hug the elbows in as we drop the chest and chin. So kind of like a point pose, so you want your chin on the floor. Okay, push the body onto the ground and we're going to come back into that cobra as we did before. So from the belly, take an inhale, push up. Roll the body forwards. And as we exhale into downward facing dog. Okay, this time take a breath in, left leg goes nice and high. See if we can really push that right foot into the ground and we're pushing onto the left hand more than the right one. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, the left foot steps forward between the hands. Now if you can't reach the foot, I want you to get your hand and sort of assist it. We drop the right knee once more, release the right toes, coming up into our low lunge. Now instead of taking our hands overhead, we're going to circle the hands behind the body, squeeze the palms together, open the chest to the sky, look up. So as if someone's pulling on your hands down towards the ground. Nice deep breaths. So you'll feel this across the front of the body, the chest, the hips, everything. One more deep breath in. And exhale, release the hands down. Tuck the right toes, take a full breath in, and as we breathe out, we exhale, step the body forwards. Take that halfway lift with a nice flat back, fingertips come to the shins. Exhale, refold. Take a full breath in, sweep your arms over your head, palms touch. And we'll go straight into the second side. Exhale, fold forwards. Take a full breath in, flat back. This time as we exhale, plant the hands, we step our left leg back, drop the left knee down, release the left toes. Inhale. And exhale. So again, sending the hips forwards, really get into that hip flexor. This will be really nice if, like us, you did Coach Sean's workout earlier. This will be really complementing that exercise. Take a full breath in. Exhale. Tuck the left toe. Step the right foot back. Plank pose. Now we don't know how sort of practiced everyone's going to be at home, so I'm going to give you the option. We can either take the knees, chest and chin like we did before, or for those of us that want to make it a little bit harder, from plank pose, we're going to come forward, and as we breathe out, it's almost like a push-up, but the elbows stay in, so we hover off the ground as we breathe out. Now inhale, push the body through, only the toes touch the mat. Nice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, this time as we breathe in, our right leg goes nice and high. Push into the right hand more than the left one. And see if you can draw that left heel down towards the ground. Take a full breath in. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. So again, if your foot doesn't go, we can use the hand to help. Drop the left knee, release the left toes. Nice. Coming up into that low lunge position, circle the hands back behind the body, pull the fist down towards the ground, chest comes high. One more deep breath. Exhale. Full breath in. Release the hands down. Tuck the left toes and we step forward. Exhale. Take that halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, refold. Inhale, circle the hands all the way up into the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Well done. So we're going to try a couple of balances. Yeah, you ready? We're going to try a couple of balances and then we'll do some seated postures. So this is just really, again, we're slowly introducing everyone to the yoga and the flow and the movement. So it might seem a little bit fast to begin with, but as you get more practice, you'll be able to breathe and move at the same time. So I want you to take your right foot, spread the right toes and really push down through every toe. As you breathe in, lift the hands over the head, bring the left knee in towards the chest. Now hold it here. So this in itself, if you're not used to balancing, you might be a little bit wobbly, you might want to stand near a wall. You can stay here, or we're going to move through this pose and warrior three. So as we breathe in, we stay up. And as we breathe out, see if we can kick our left foot back, making a T shape with the body. Don't worry if you wobble. As you breathe in, lift the knee towards the chest. Well done, Sean. Breathe out, make that T shape with the body. Suck the belly in towards the spine. Nice, we've got one more. In. Ooh. And out, make that T shape. Now from here, soft bend in the right knee, drop the left toes down, coming into your high lunge pose. Well done. So take that left foot a little bit further back. Nice, take an inhale, look into the sky. And as we exhale, hands come down to the inside of the right foot. Shimmy that right foot over towards the outside edge of the mat. Shimmy your left foot back. And we're in what's called a lizard lunge. So here in lizard, you can rock forward and back. Feels quite nice. If you want to drop the back knee, if it's a little bit challenging, feel free. Now this in itself can be quite a hard pose to hold on the hands. If you want an extra challenge, you can come down onto the forearms. But don't push it if it's there. Yoga is not about the ego, it's not about how low you can go, how deep you can go, it's respecting your own body. Are we okay, Sean?
Yeah, can't get me all the way down.
That's fine. Couple more breaths. Nice. Now if you're still on your forearms, come onto your hands. Tuck those left toes under, step that right foot back. We breathe in, and as we breathe out, that option is before, so either knees, chest and chin, or we're taking a full pose down, which is all the way to the ground. Hover, inhale, push forwards. Upward facing dog, nice back stretch. Exhale, downward facing dog. Looking towards the top of your mat, we're going to either step, walk, or take a little playful jump to the top. Nice. Inhale, exhale, fold. Sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Bring the hands to the heart center. Well done. So we're going to take those little balances on the left side now. Then we're going to bring it down to some seated postures. So just as we did before, spread the toes on the left foot. Push all the way in. Draw the right knee up to the chest, lift the hands overhead and hold. Now the option to stay here is always there. If you feel that this is challenging enough for your balance, stay here. Like I said to you earlier, it's not about pushing yourself too hard in yoga. Respect your body where it is today. Take a full breath in, and as we breathe out, we make that T shape with our body, slight bend in the left knee. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale. Amazing, well done Sean, good balance. Last one. This time as we go back, we take a soft bend in the left knee, drop the right toes down, take a long inhale into our high lunge. Exhale. Full breath in. And take your hands on the inside edge of that left foot, shimmy the left foot out. Everyone's favourite pose, dragon lunge. And just take a little rock forward and back, forward and back. I promise the breath helps here. Same options as before. If it's too intense, release the knee down. And if you want it deeper, we bring the forearms down. Now you will find that if you are in the gym or you're working out or you're running, particularly, it will be quite tough on the hip flexors. Again, if you're quite sedentary, it will be quite tough on the hip flexors. So what I'm trying to say is it'll be tough on the hip flexors. Okay, last few breaths. And then when you're ready, if you're still on your forearms, bring it up. We're gonna step it into plank and then drop down to the knees. Well done, sit the heels back. So if you can send the weight over to one side, we're gonna bring the soles of the feet to touch. Pull them close to your body as it'll go. Now I will warn you, the closer they are to the body, the harder it's gonna be on your adductors. So if it's a little bit too tight, you can send them a little bit further away. Take a full breath in. And exhale, start to fold the body forwards over towards the toes. Relaxing the head, relaxing the shoulders. Relaxation. So if you want to roll the body up, take the hands to the sides of the knees, gently close them together, and we're going to come into everyone's favourite pose, Shavasana, which is essentially lying down. Allow the feet to fall heavy out to the sides of the mats, hands face up towards the sky, and close down through your eyes. I want you to feel the air going in and out of your belly. Now we are coming towards the end of the video, but if you wish to stay here for a couple of minutes, after the video has stopped playing, please do not rush to get up. This is your body's reward for all of its hard work. And then when you are ready to come out of your pose, start to move your fingers, wiggle your toes. Maybe take a full body stretch, making the body long. And then as we exhale, bring the knees into the chest only for a moment. And whatever way feels good for you, bring yourself up to a comfortable seat with your legs crossed, your eyes closed, and just bring the hands into the heart center. So thank you for taking the time out of your day to do something nourishing for your body, something positive for your soul, and I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.